Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Quen here, and today I am memory planning for the week of March 4th through the 10th, and I'm going to be using a kit from Papermusecraft. It's called Strawberry Fields and it's foiled in gold. And I decided to use this strawberry kit because this is the week that we went to the strawberry festival. So if you want to see how my plans turn out, just keep on watching. So for this week, I kind of wanted to take things back to the basics, basically putting everything down like I used to. And it's just the basics, putting down the bottom washi, maybe adding a foiled washi at the bottom as well. And then I have not used my date covers that come with the kit. I haven't used those in a while, so I decided to use those as well. And I use some deco for my March area, and I just went back to the basics. I even put down my full box how they used to be laid. My foils that I'm using are from the Giving Girl. The strawberry ones are from the Giving Girl. The leafy deco is from Honey Inked, and the foil deco that I placed behind my florals for this week are from Honey Inked as well, and they're actually from the Meadows divider, and I just cut them down the size to be able to fit behind the floral. And I also pulled in some strawberry deco from Sadie Stickers and strawberry butterfly deco from Sadie Stickers. So for my base area, I'm going to go ahead and play some music over that part, and I will be back for the day by day. Coming back for the sidebar, and I did want to talk a little bit about my monthly area. That deco is from Two Little Bees, who is no longer open right now, and I don't know if she'll be opening back up for the foreseeable future, but as of now she is not open. So I used that deco, and I pulled in the foil from the Giving Girl strawberry sheet. And I'm also pulling in a Giving Girl fashion doll, and she matched perfectly, even though the theme on her little sheet there that you saw was watermelon themed. She matched the kit perfectly with her green and red outfit. I I also pulled in some boxes and other layering pieces from the Sadie stickers grab bag that I had. And I love just having additional pieces of stickers and layering pieces that I can add to my spreads. They always come in handy, especially the torn paper at the bottom and at the top, with the ombre effect of green to pink. That worked out perfectly. And then I'm using the foiled torn paper for the first time as well. And then I'm pulling in some pretty pink foiled florals from the advent calendar. And here I'm bringing in all of the strawberry goodies from the Giving Girls advent and some butterflies from the Two Little Bees sheet. And I thought this sidebar came out perfect. Love it so much. Now I'm just adding in some leaf dividers on top of my headers. I do this all the time, and these are from JK Creates Co. You can use my code Quen20 to save on any of those or any of her icons and scripts. She has so many things in her shop, so make sure you check her out. Base is all done. Here is a wiggle of that, and now I'm just getting my video for my story. Let me know if you saw that on my story. Now into the day by day. So the first thing that I'm marking is getting up early, and I'm pulling in a midi box from the kit and some florals from the kit, as well as some foiled florals from the Giving Girl. If you see my hands moving and all of that jazz, this video was supposed to be like a talk through, but it was going to be so long, so I just ended up doing it as a voiceover. I have to maybe practice doing another video without talking as much, but I know I've done it before, but this one was just super talkative, so I decided to just do a voiceover. The icon that I use is from Miss and Meow, just the clock, and it's in the color Sweet Cream. The next thing that I'm marking is a planning sesh, and I cut that box in half because I wanted to be able to see the line of the box as well as a little bit of the deco. And then I'm pulling in a Panda Bird design scalloped lace box, and that is to mark that planning sesh, and the icon is White Deer Stationery. You'll also see me cutting up the florals, the foiled halves, and I don't know why I ended up doing that because I later found the correct florals that I could have used, like the bouquet ones instead of the divider ones, but it all worked out in the end. Now I'm just folding this area up, and I tried to speed this process up, like anytime I'm adding the foils, because it's repetitive, right? And then I'm just adding my butterfly garland. There was literally one foiled butterfly in the full box, and I just took that and ran with it. So later that day, I wanted to mark that baby boy decided to eat a whole bunch of candy and a whole bunch of cookies. Like, he's just having the time of his life, just eating every sweet that he can find. Thankfully, we found him eating candy and stopped him, because that could be dangerous in a sense because of rising sugars. But we found him, and I marked that with some candy from White Deer Stationery, and I also pulled in a garland from Sadie stickers. I also marked picking up baby girl early. She just had a rash and she was not having a good day, so I went and grabbed her early, and I used the car seat icon to mark that, and I just left that by itself. I also did some reading later that night, and I think I had started Regretting You. That's what I have marked here. And I used a midi box from the grab bag sheet from Sadie stickers. It was foiled in rose gold, so I just grabbed a brush stroke in gold to cover that. And I used a stack of books from White Deer Stationery. On Tuesday, I pulled in 2 circles, one from the kit, one from Letters to Apollo. Added in a mailer from White Deer Stationery. This is to mark dropping off Etsy order. I packed and dropped off an Etsy order. Pulling in my garland from Sadie Stickers and folding up that area. I also pulled in a divider. This was like so pretty, the strawberry divider. And I tried to do that for every other column. And I like how that turned out. I also had some midi box foiled strawberry boxes from Sadie Stickers, and I used that. And I also pulled in the scallop lace box from the kit. This is to mark a pediatric appointment for a baby girl, and I used a simple squiggle or flourish from Sadie Stickers because I've been using the dotted dashes from the Pretty Pink Co. in like every spread, so I kind of wanted to change that up. Next, I'm marking, watching, or listening to podcasts, and I used a microphone from White Deer Stationery and just left that by itself, layering it on top of some florals. And I was listening to the Maddie Soto case, very sad case here in Florida. And yeah, and that was from actually on YouTube. The YouTube name is Novesity if you want to check that out. I also did a IG post, and I used another mini grab back sheet and a IG icon from White Deer Stationery. I also had another planning sesh, and I just marked that with another open planner from White Deer Stationery. On to Wednesday, I also here, and the dotted dashes are from Letters to Apollo. I used a square from the grab back kit and a lace square from Sadie Stickers, and this is to mark an appointment. This appointment was for myself. Sorry, I had to move my other planner from on top of my memory planner, but I marked that with a stethoscope from White Deer Stationery. It was also a rainy day, and I just pulled in some rain boots. This is my first time using them rain boots, and they're so cute. And they're a little bit on the bigger side, so I just laid them by themselves, and it actually works out because I try to do every other, like one with a box, one without a box. And I liked how that looked. And then I pulled in another box from the kit, and I lined that with the dotted dashes from the Pretty Pink Co. And this is the mark going to the bank. Pulled in the bank icon from White Deer Stationery, and some strawberry foil from Sadie Stickers, and my flourish from Sadie Stickers. I also did some diamond painting this day, and I'm using a bouquet from the kit, and I'm folding that up with the honey inked foil divider, the metal divider. And I'm using a fountain pen from White Deer Stationery, and I was talking about how I really don't have icons for diamond painting, but right now I'm just using pens that I find on other icons, or like journaling or planner utensils. I just use them to mark diamond painting, and I'm actually going to switch this because I put 2 icons on the same side. But I did put in a request to White Deer Stationery to if she can make some diamond painting pens and some other things that I would need for my planning. And yeah, hopefully she can get that. I'll be so happy. I also pulled in another strawberry midi box, and that is to mark that I did some laundry, and I just used the laundry icon from White Deer Stationery and added some florals behind that. And I'm just folding up that area, sped that up for you all. I even used like the daisies, or I think the sakura, or I can never say that right. I used that from Sadie Stickers, and then I saw that, it was a little spacey here, so I just added a dotted dash or dotted dangle divider from the Pretty Pink Co. There is a first half, and on to Thursday. On Thursday, it was another sick day for baby girl. I added my garlands, my florals, and a cute little onesie from White Deer Stationery to mark that. And she was just homesick this day, probably for the same reason. Yeah, because we had taken her to like pediatrician and all of that, so I just kept her home. And then I pulled in the strawberry divider, some alcohol ink swatches. Those are from leftovers from Missy Meow. Pulled in my oval box from the kit and some deco from the kit. And I actually like putting in the little piece of deco on the oval itself instead of just putting all of the deco in date cover area, which I actually didn't do this time. And I like that. And I actually have to go put some on the other side now that I'm looking at it. But I like how that turned out, and I used the TV, a retro TV from White Deer Stationery, to mark that I watched Tracker in Fire County this day on Paramount Plus. I also did some cleaning, pulled in a box from the grab bag and some florals, spray bottle from White Deer Stationery, and a garland from Sadie Stickers. You'll see me add that a bit later. I also pulled in the larger florals, and when I did that, I added the florals from the cherry blossom foil sheet from Sadie Stickers. They just looked better with the bigger floral. And then you see the smaller one here. That is where I marked outside time, and I used the sun hat from White Deer Stationery to mark that. Now I'm just foiling everything up with the Giving Girls strawberry sheet, the Sadie stickers, butterflies, and sakura and cherry blossoms, and all of the things, and my little fruit mini swoops. And there's like only a few strawberry ones on there, like maybe 4, so I had to use them scarcely. On to Friday, I pulled in a lace box from the kit and a lace square box from Sadie Stickers. I wanted to mark another IG post. I think it was on my story. Let me check. For Friday, it was posting my A6 A6 spread. So probably like a journal plan or journal with me or something. But that's what I posted that day. Added in my butterfly garlands to mark that. And it was also trash and recycle day, and I just added some florals with the trash icon from White Deer Stationery and the flourish from White Deer, and a flourish from Sadie Stickers. We're not redoing this voiceover. We are going to be one and done. I also wanted to kind of make a box out of the torn paper that was there because I love the ombre effect. So this is how I created that. Just cut it down to size to try to kind of make a midi box. Added some florals in between that so you can kind of see the torn paper. And then I lined it with the dotted dangles from the Pretty Pink Co. And that is to mark a movie day. We ended up watching The Equalizer 3, and I think that was just a movie without the boys. I also turned on a new candle from Bath and Body Works. It was literally called Spring, and I used the candle icon to mark that. And then I also had a journal sesh, and I used the journal icon from White Deer Stationery to mark that. I was running out of room, so I had to just put the icon and add the florals. Foiled everything up. And then I realized that I did not have any alcohol ink swatches here, so I just picked some things up to add some alcohol ink swatches, and I loved how this column turned out. And then also for the journal area too, the journal that you see, the icon that you see, it actually comes with a pin at the bottom, but I literally cut that one off of that icon because I needed to use the pen to mark another day of diamond painting. On to Saturday, pulling in my garland, and I'm just checking to see how I'm gonna lay this. And I was trying to see how I could get them to lay like the full length of the column, and I end up doing on Sunday, but it still looked perfect. I pulled in this pink lace corner from Hello Petite Paper. It was from a freebie, and I need to start pulling in my freebies more. So here is one way I did that. And then I used a midi box from that Sadie stickers grab bag. I think that was from like a June or July monthly from 2023, and the colors matched perfectly. I wanted a lot more of the lace to show, so I layered the box like this, and I added the strawberry midi box from Sadie stickers, and I just cut the extra white line from around the box. It's very small, but it helps if you cut the white from around the box. It's all personal preference though. And this is to mark coffee and plans. I did some early planning this day, and I used the desk icon from White Deer Stationery to mark that. Added in my florals and my foiled florals and my flourish from Sadie stickers. And later this day, it was like a cleaning day since it was raining again this day. And we switched the days where we were supposed to go to the Strawberry Festival. We were going to go on Saturday, but it was wet and muggy, so we just switched the days. Pulled in some alcohol ink swatches and some florals from the kit, foiled florals from Honey Inked, and I used the bucket and sponge from White Deer Stationery to mark that, and just left that by itself, no box for that. And we just did like family cleaning time, right? Not just mommy cleaning today. Everybody had a hand in the cleaning this day. Also pulled in another strawberry divider. Just trying to remember to do every other one, and yeah, it worked out. So for this space here, I was kind of running out of space. I had 3 more things to mark, so I ended up layering a simple brushstroke square from the Sadie Stickers Advent. I think she still offers these in her shop. The full sheet like you just saw. And I pulled in a midi box from the kit, and I'm gonna add an icon in each box. That kind of helped because normally we layer 2 boxes on top of each other anyways, but I just kind of not layered them directly on each other, so I can use something in each box. So the first thing that I'm marking is that I print and cut from some paper crown planner stickers, and I used a Cricut machine from White Deer Stationery to mark that, and I cut it down to size. I said I really didn't need to see the whole thing. I just needed to see like maybe half of the Cricut and like the buttons for the Cricut. Pulled in that pen to mark some diamond painting, and then I later did some reading, and I pulled in the book and coffee icon from White Deer Station. I know you saw the color change on the camera. I changed my ring light color on kind of like on accident, because on the GoPro it looked like my GoPro was shaking like from the light. So I thought it was too bright, so I dimmed it down, and it looks like this. But I end up changing it back for my next plan. No worries. On to Sunday, adding in my garland, and I'm going to try to extend my garland. I end up having to cut it down to size, and then it fit like this, and it worked out. Then I'm pulling in a circle from the kit and a circle from Letters to Apollo. The circle on the other side was from Letters to Apollo as well. I'm not sure if I said the right name, but it's from Letters to Apollo. And that is to mark daylight savings starting. Pull in a icon from Miss and Meow from the Irish cream color. And then I put another deco piece as well. And yeah, that's to mark that. I also went ahead and marked going to the Strawberry Festival this day. I used a strawberry icon from the Valentine's Day sampler from White Deer Stationery, as well as some like admission tickets. It worked out perfectly. I used both of those icons for that area. I love when icons are like self-explanatory, right? Um, and I've marked that right under daylight savings because we went to the Strawberry Festival at about 10. We needed to get there and get in line. Oh my gosh, the line was long. I think this was the weekend before the weekend that it ended, so everybody was there and it was jam packed. Um, I also folded some laundry when I got back home, so I pulled in a midi box from the kit and a midi box from the strawberry midi box collection from Sadie Stickers. Pulled in some florals and some foiled florals from the cherry blossom sheet, and pulled in a stack of folded laundry from White Deer Stationery. I love having so many different options to mark like different things. Like for me, it doesn't have to be consistent. Like if I folded laundry last, like the first half of the spread, and I use like a basket of laundry, and then I come on the other side and use a folded laundry. Like I like using different ways to mark that, or to mark cleaning. I love having different icons to mark it in different ways, even if it's on the same spread. I really had fun with this spread. I just really loved like slowing down and just planning out the week and not putting too much like stickers, if you know what I'm saying. Like I didn't feel like I had to go all out. And sometimes when you go all out, it really takes a long time, like with planning. It takes hours, right? So for this spread, it still took me hours, but that was because I wanted it to take out, like I wanted to like take my time and really just slow down and take my time pulling the stickers off of the sheet and placing the stickers down. It was very therapeutic for me. As any week is, but this week was just different because I was able to like look back on how I used to plan, you know. It was fun. I also filmed this day, and I pulled in a filming camera. I think this is like a GoPro. I have to check, but pulled that in to mark filming, and then I pulled in a midi box from that grab bag monthly sheet, and then pull in a brush stroke from Sadie Stickers as well. This is to mark editing, and I edit on my iPad most of the time when I can't get it to transfer over to my Mac. So yeah, sometimes I just edit and upload on my iPad. So I'm marking that with the iPad in pen from White Deer Stationery, and then I just put a little piece of floral on the inside of the iPad. Now I'm just folding up everything, and I also foil and floral up the inner spread, like the disbound area. And I actually love doing that so much. I've done that for the past, I don't know how many spreads. One, two, I'm looking at my spreads now. One, two, three, the past at least 3 to 4 spreads, I've put the florals in the center of the spread where the discs are, and I just love how that looks. There is a wiggle for you of my second half. And now let's get into adding all of the florals and foil pieces, adding everything that I did for the spread. I added it in the disbound area, and this was something from the Virgo Plans. I haven't seen her in a minute, but I love that she did this, and we've just been having so much fun doing this. I see other creators, other planners do this as well, And yeah, it is so lovely. Just like, oh, my spread is complete, but let me just complete it a little bit more. And yeah, it just takes it home for me. And I added all, like, everything that I did for the first and second half, I do on the in the column, like the foil pieces to the butterflies, the strawberries, the deco. I added all in there. I was like, let me at least empty out one sheet. And I was able to do that. And I also show you a little bit of the spread from last week. If you haven't seen that spread, it is available on my channel. Okay, let's put this back in. If you haven't seen this spread, it is up on my channel. So pretty. I love it. All right, let's do a quick wiggle for you all. A little wiggle for you all. Love the way it turned out. Beautiful, beautiful, sparkly, strawberry, pinky plans. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. And you can also head over to Instagram and follow me at TheCraftyOne with 2 E's and show some love to this post. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.